Alright guys, so we're looking at the trucks at the show here. And this one's actually the e-torque variant, so this has the little electric engine that is in the drivetrain to help you get all that power to the rear wheels a little bit better.
And look at these awesome cubby holes.
These are
like
beautiful,
fantastic.
beautiful cubby holes here.
But there's something else that we noticed
on most of the trucks that are very interesting, yeah.
The height of this bed is so much lower.
Yeah, you can get your elbow on it. Nice, relaxing. Fairly easy to lean over and grab something on the top there.
It's still taller than, say,
a Maverick or anything
whatever.
farther back. Yeah,
it's much easier to see what's in your bed. Yeah. Compared to some other vehicles.
From eye level.
Yeah.
So right there. So obviously farther down, eye level. So it's super easy to be able to see what's going on in your bed, being able to reach over and grab stuff. So
now let us show you the Chevy.
Yeah.
Is very different.
So looking at the ride height first in the Ram, and then we're going to look at the Chevy and the GMC. So there's the ride height right there. So eye level, right about there, looking down, and then walking right up to it here. So there's the top of your bed at eye level. Alrighty guys, so we're approaching the mid-size entry into the trucks, the Colorado. So eye level once again, approaching. Not too bad. It's pretty decent actually. But I think what it ends up being is one, we saw the hood as well with the trucks, and look at how high up these hood lines are. That's another thing to look at. So I mean, this one actually has a fairly decent ride height compared to some of them. So that's nice. But then let's look at the Chevy here. So approaching the Chevy at eye level. Yeah, until you're on it, that is not as easy to be able to see. Yeah, so look at this. So
it's at least 2 inches higher.
Yeah, so she cannot easily just rest. Yeah, it's not as easy.
Up and up.
Yeah, that's how high it is. Yeah. So that is not as easy to be able to just reach on over to be able to get stuff as the Ram is. So the Ram is far easier just to be able to, one, instantly see what's in your bed, but then also to actually be able to reach in and maybe get it. So. Yeah, so this is the high country, so this is a luxurious one as well. But yeah, I mean, that's the standard height. Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, that's the thing, is that you have such a high, because it's at a slope. Yeah.
So something on the bed, I can't get it without having to
pull down, yeah.
Pull down this.
Yeah. Nonsense coming down so slow.
I just wanted to drop. I don't want
the silly spring action. Yeah, that's
nice bed. I like the liner on it. That's very, very nice. So if we can answer any questions for you.
Thank you.
Has this cup holder?
Yeah. But yeah, but because of the angle, because see, like the Ram sits flat. This sits at an angle. And so what it does is, when you come up to the tailgate is much higher than the Ram is. And so look at that. It's at shoulder height. So not only, so like you have to come down to here to be able to have the nice relaxing on the shoulder elbow type lean.
Which we know everyone's standing with their shoulder on the truck. But
to be able to talk back and forth. We're trying to show you the size. Yeah. Compared to, yeah, because like, let me go farther here. Oh yeah, that's just a totally different, it's not as comfortable. Your shoulder's going much higher, yeah. And so, yeah, height-wise, that is just weird why that's doing that. I mean, it gives the truck a cool look from the angle, but utility-wise, yeah, it does not work that well.
It's not as comfortable.
It's not as comfortable, yeah. It's not as easy to be able to access stuff in the bed. So that's interesting to be able to see there. So let's check out the Toyota real quick. Alright, so now we're going to check out the Tacoma. So this is Toyota's midsize. And one, it's a smaller bed, but it is super easy to reach in. I can touch the bottom without any real... Yeah, we could not do on the Colorado. We could not touch the bottom just from the side. And I mean, perfect lean on. It's a perfect work height. Yeah, I mean, and you can see just by looking over just a little bit what's directly underneath you work-wise. And so then tailgate-wise, it's at a little bit of rake because it's the off-road option, but I mean, yeah, perfect. Be able to rest on. Everything's got the weird spring action going on now, but anyways. But I mean, look at that. I mean,
Yeah, it's nice.
and look at how far I can reach. I can reach pretty far just leaning in with the tailgate down.
Yeah, it's not
So yeah.
this 3-foot tall tailgate thing.
Yeah, so that's so just with working in and out of a truck bed, it's interesting.
Better than my truck bed does.
Yes. But yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I can actually touch. You could not touch the bottom on the Chevy.
Any of the other things, but especially the Colorado, you couldn't touch the
Yeah,
bottom.
exactly. You could not touch the bottom. So that's pretty interesting. So now we got the standard bed Toyota Tundra over here. So those are a little bit more of the higher options. So they're built higher anyways. So this is more of the standard. This is flat. It is level. It's not as much of a rake. So nice flat bed. So it's a little bit taller.
It's nice. Yeah.
So good lean up against height.
Almost touch the bottom.
I can actually touch the bottom there. It's a little bit more uncomfortable, so but it's a deeper bed, so you can haul more. So I mean that's what's going on there. And then, yep, good lean on the tailgate, nice and comfy. Let's see here, pretty easy to reach in. Can't really touch the bottom too well from that, just with how wide this is. Then this is locked. Yep, locked, but still, yeah. Yeah, well, it's a electric buttons that unlocks it, and so they have it unplugged. Which, by the way, that's a really bad idea if you're just trying to do work. But anyways, despite that, I mean, yeah, it's far more comfortable and easier to access what is in your bed on this, and in the Tacoma, and then in the Ram than it is in any of the Chevys. Now, we didn't try Ford, so let's go over and try a Ford. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. So we'll go and check out the Ford and see what that bed is like. But so far, Toyota and Ram are far better than Chevy, which that's been the case for a long time, but I digress on that one. Okay, so now we're checking out the Ford bed, and we can't try out the Maverick because they didn't bring one, so that's brilliant. So look at how deep the bed is. Very nice deep bed, but this thing has the same thing as a Chevy. It's raked. It's going up as you go towards the back. So let's see. Okay, so back here, fairly decent leaning, be able to talk and be able to look at what's going on in the bed. Farther back, it was a little bit higher, not nearly as bad as the Chevys were. The Chevys were much worse. And then back here, fairly decent. And one thing I do have to say is that wherever you're at, you still have a really good view of what's in the bed. Whereas with like the Chevys, are very hard to be able to see what's in the bed.
Like, I couldn't see this corner on the Chevy. I can look down, I can see the corner on this vehicle.
Yeah, it's very easy to be able to see.
I walked back into the middle, I couldn't see everything. Still deep to try to get into it. But,
yeah.
which is not bad.
Yeah. So from the back here, I can't touch. Part of that is with how wide this is because of all the stuff that I have to put up there, but you can't really reach the bottom there, and yeah. It's right about here, a little bit lower. Okay, I can touch like the fender, the inner fender. I cannot get all the way to the bottom though of the bed itself. So part of it's a deeper bed, so that's one reason as well. But interesting the truck bed features that are going on. But yeah, if you want the easy utility, being able to get in and out, be able to see what's in your bed, it seems like Ram and Toyota have that down to a T.
It would have been nice to have been able to show, but since so many beds are locked, is how, with how high up they are off the ground too, how difficult it is to get into the bed.
Right.
If you do need to physically step on your tailgate, get in the bed, it's much more difficult.
Now, obviously, Chevy has the one thing that they actually have the steps right here, whereas most others don't. So, I mean, Chevy does have that feature, which most other manufacturers don't have currently. But still, I mean, just for the ease of actually in and out work, not having to constantly be getting in and out and of your bed, and just being able to reach, grab, or come up, throw in, it just, the Rams and Toyotas are far better.
We do lawn work stuff.
Right, exactly.
Imagine having to toss stuff even higher, like 2 inches higher, to get it up and into your bed.
Exactly, yeah. You've got to get a, you got to get a lower kit. You've got to go, you got to buy a truck, then you have to pay to get it lowered.
But even like with the tailgate, because of how deep the beds are, the tailgate's so long, so you have to push stuff so much further into the vehicle to be able to get it in.
And then you have to be able to have a long enough rake or something to be able to reach it all the way in the back and bring it forward, depending on if it's leaves, twigs, sticks, whatever.
You're probably going to have a box there. most likely.
Yeah, you're more than likely going to have a cover on it and a box as well.
Right. So, yeah,
Because this is just base. This is just the base paint. This is not a cover, so that's a little bit of a difference there as well. But yeah, that's interesting. I would definitely go just for the utility of working on the bed.
Right.
I would go with a Ram or Toyota.
What you're using your vehicle for. If you're using it just to store things in, maybe it doesn't matter. If you're planning on putting like a slider in, maybe it doesn't matter. But for everyday use, if you need to grab things up out of the side real quick.
To be a basic hard-working work truck, yeah, it needs to be a little bit better there. Yeah. So interesting.
That's our opinion.
Yeah, we've never really taken the time to look at those different features with the truck. So interesting to be able to do that today and say like, there's a big difference on what these trucks are doing with the beds, and that's a pretty important difference. So cool. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that one, because that was kind of fun to do.